Today we are going to be sublimating on Sublifun tumblers and using their totally awesome heat press. I'm going to show you 3 different tumblers, and all 3 designs I will make available for you to download for free. Just make sure to check the description of this video. All the supplies used today were given to me by Sublifun, and look at these cute tumblers. Of course, they are all the straight edge tumblers, so they are perfect for sublimation. We've got the more classical, this is a 20-ounce straight edge tumbler. And then we have these 17-ounce glass tumblers. We've got the frosted and then this ombre with the blue and the red. And I absolutely love these, especially because they have the nice bamboo tops. Love these tumblers. They are so fun to create with. Here is that blue ombre tumbler, and I carried the blue even farther up with my design. And it has a cow on it, a watercolor cow, and a cute saying on the back that says, "What did the mama cow say to the baby cow? It's past your bedtime." Isn't that so stinking cute? Now, with the frosted glass, one thing that I did learn is that you need to make sure that those colors are nice and dark. This gray right here, I should have made more black. And there's even like an off-white in there that is really hard to see. But it is still super duper cute, and I am still very excited to use this tumbler. Here is another tumbler I made. Again, it's a cow. We've kind of got a cow theme going on. And you can see this was an actual picture. It wasn't a watercolor, and it showed up much better on that frosted glass. And then on the back is a cute little saying. It does have a naughty word, so I'm not gonna say it out loud, but this is another really cute tumbler. Sublifun really has everything that you need for sublimation, from sublimation tape and all sorts of fun sublimation blanks. Now we're going to make a tumbler. Got my tumbler here. And the first thing we're gonna do is take off the lid. And then I've got a lint roller, and I'm just gonna go around that tumbler, making sure that there aren't any little pieces of hair or dust or anything like that on there, so that will interfere with my sublimation print. And then I've got all of my Sublifun tape here in this little nifty tape dispenser. And now I'm going to work on wrapping my tumbler. So I'm going to grab a piece of tape, and this side is my overlapping side. So I'm going to secure that tape on and then really pull it tight and pull it over to the other side. Then I'm going to do the same to this side. Really pull that nice and tight and secure it. And then we're going to do the center. And go around our entire tumbler, because we want to make sure that it is nice and tight. That sublimation print is nice and tight around our tumbler. So here is our wrapped tumbler. It's nice and tight. You'll see that it has 2 seams because the design to wrap the entire tumbler was bigger than an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I had to piece 2 pieces together. So that's the seam for the design, and then that's the seam for the ends coming together. Now our tumbler is completely wrapped. We could fold this in if we wanted to, but we don't need to. The design doesn't go to the inside, so we're just gonna leave that as is. I'm going to grab just an extra piece of copy paper, and I am going to use this as my barrier sheet, just to make sure that none of that sublimation ink seeps through onto my press. Okay, now let's bring in our heat press. Now I told you Sublifun has everything for sublimation, and they even have heat presses. Now this is a tumbler heat press that we are going to be using today. The really cool thing about this heat press is these pieces right here are interchangeable. So you can get different sizes for different tumblers, making sure that you always have a nice tight fit on that tumbler, which is exactly what you need for sublimation. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on with this button here on the right. And I already have the temperature set to what we need, but to show you how it's done, you would click set. And here's the temperature, 360, that's what we need. And we can go up or down, and you can even hold to go faster. And then to get to seconds, you would hit set again, and then you can change that again. So with the tumbler that we're doing, we go at 360 for 50 seconds, but I am going to turn the tumbler a couple times because there is a slight gap at the top when we close it. So I'm going to turn the tumbler a couple of times, so I have the timer set to 20 seconds. While it's heating up, I have this silicone mat that I use for cooling. I'm gonna keep that close by. And then I've also got a heat resistant glove here so that I can turn that tumbler and it won't burn me. So I'm gonna keep that on my hand as well. All right, we are to temperature. So now that means that we are ready to go. I've got my tumbler here. I'm gonna slide this in. And my favorite thing about this press is as soon as I close that, the timer starts automatically. So I'm gonna open it up. Whoop. And the timer resets. I'm gonna give that a turn, and we're gonna close it again. Again, we're gonna open that up, give it another little turn, and then re-close it. And this will be our last cycle. Okay, so now we're gonna pull this out, and we're gonna let it cool before we unwrap it. So we can turn off our press and put it away. All right, this is mostly cool. It's still a little warm, so I'm gonna leave my glove on. And we are going to peel the paper. Now remember, this is the backing sheet, the protective layer. And now, this is my favorite when we get to pull off the sublimation print. Oh, look at that cow. I can already see it. Look at that nose. All right, it's not hot. I don't need that. And you can see, since we taped it there along the bottom, how that print just curved along the bottom. And there is our cow. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute. So a huge thank you to Sublifun for supplying all of these fun products for us to use today. I want to thank you for joining me. If you're new to the videos, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming tutorials. And of course, you can always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.